which players right now in the NBA could see their legacies cemented with a championship this time around, these next couple of months in the playoffs? Well, the first one we got to talk about is Luka Doncic. Last year, Luka in the Western Conference Finals, he was great. 33, 9, and 8, 2 steals. There was talk, we got the future face of the league. And 24, and then he goes to the finals against the Celtics. Jaylen Brown, he was cooking him a little bit. He looked like he ran out of gas, wasn't 100% healthy. Numbers weren't great. 24% from beyond the arc, 23 turnovers in 5 games against the Celtics. And then he was disqualified in game 3. But he's off to a really good start during these playoffs, 37 points in game 1. Yes, it was a blowout, but he looks like he's in a good position to have a really, really nice run here if the Lakers can get past the Timberwolves. But if Luka Doncic could win a championship in year 1 with the Lakers after the trade, he just turned 26. Just turned 26 in February. You look at some of the other guys when they win their first title, it's late 20s, early 30s. And if he could win that first championship at 26, that would be earlier than when LeBron won his first title. LBJ was 27 when he hoisted his first Larry O'Brien trophy. So Luka Doncic, if he wins a title somehow, some way this year, it would be the ultimate middle finger to Nico Harrison and the Dallas Mavericks. It would be the ultimate, hey, this is my league now. I'm the best player on the best franchise, and we're winning championships. And then I think the conversation begins. Luka Doncic could go down as an all-time great if he stays healthy. We're talking about a 5-time first-team All-NBA guy, a guy that has already put together a great legacy, and he's just 26. So a championship this year, I think, accelerates Luka's legacy. A 5-time All-NBA first-teamer, 5-time All-Star, rookie first team, rookie of the year, scoring champion. The accolades will start to build. So he, to me, will be number 1 on my list for players that their legacy could take a massive leap if he could win a championship in year 1. Then how about James Harden? So James Harden, he clearly is the Robin to Kawhi Leonard's Batman on the Clippers. But the reputation for James Harden is always, hey, this is a regular season performer. The playoff drop-off has been seen. I'll never forget against the Spurs a couple years back. Just did not show up in that second round series. But the last couple of seasons, he's been a little underrated. And you look at the 32 points he scored in game 1. He had 7 points in overtime. He's 11-time All-Star, won the MVP in the 2017-2018 season. But he's had so many disappointing playoff games and playoff series that have, I think, shaped his legacy. He's played in more than 125 playoff games. So that's a lot. I mean, we're at a point where 16 seasons is pretty wild when you look at how long he's been in the league. But he's someone that if he could help lead a franchise like the Clippers, who are in the conversation for the worst franchise in the history of sports, and be the second best player on a team for a Clippers team that wins a championship, that would solidify his legacy. There's a debate about him and Dwayne Wade. If James Harden's out here averaging 28, 30 points in a championship run, I think that takes him over the top for the conversation with him and Dwayne Wade. Because Wade, he was the 06 Finals MVP, never won a league MVP. So I think I would take him over Dwayne Wade for sure if he wins. Couple other guys. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He's most likely going to win the MVP this season. The Thunder are the top seed in the West. Them and the Celtics are the favorites to win it all. If he could lead the Thunder to a championship, another franchise that has never won a championship, he's going to turn 27 in July, so that'd be an earlier championship for him. I think that would certify him. Couple other guys. Jimmy Butler. If Jimmy Butler, after what happened, that was an ugly divorce. That was an ugly divorce in Miami. That is like, hey, I'm changing my number, getting a restraining order, calling the cops. It was not pretty between him, Pat Riley, and the Miami Heat. It got ugly. after what was a great marriage. The honeymoon lasted a long time, but after that, it was ugly. So for him to go to the Warriors and help lead them to a championship, that would take Jimmy Butler from, he's a guy where, hey, he's one of those guys where, if it stinks everywhere you go, maybe you're the one that stinks, right? But if he wins a championship, that would change all of that, especially for a Warriors team that is a flawed roster. You have some aging players. He's off to a really good start. They won game 1. Jimmy Butler had 25 points, 7 rebounds, 6 assists, 5 steals. Playoff Jimmy has never won a title, but could playoff Jimmy be finals Jimmy and championship Jimmy? That would certify his legacy. A couple of other ones I'll throw in there. Donovan Mitchell. I mean, he has been on a lot of really good teams. That Cavs team is top in the East. He's someone that you don't kind of put the pressure on other stars. That we put a lot of pressure on the stars in this league. He's someone that's kind of avoided that pressure, right? Damian Lillard, kind of that ilk, of that class. And he's another one too. Damian Lillard could be included on this list. And then how about Jalen Brunson? So Jalen Brunson could, if you lead a New York team to a championship, it's like winning 10 championships. Walt Frazier has talked about this. He would never buy a drink in New York. He would be sitting courtside at MSG in Celebrity Row for the rest of his career. If Jalen Brunson could be the best player on a Knicks team to win a championship, he'd be an absolute hero. He'd be Derek Jeter of the Knicks. Like, it would be such a big deal for Jalen Brunson to lead a Knicks team that hasn't done anything in years. I mean, Carmelo Anthony never went past the second round. They've been a dormant franchise in a major market for so many years. Dolan hasn't been a good owner. If he could find a way to lead that franchise to the promised land, it would be absolutely massive. So those are my big legacy guys. in the playoffs. And I'm hoping it's Luka Doncic. How about this? Russell Westbrook, if he can help that Nuggets team win a championship, I think that'd help his legacy in a big way too. Do you want to see more points and a bigger role for him?